What's happening? This is Gavin today with Stuff Music, and we're bringing to you the Ethereal Delay and Reverb by Wampler pedals. This is an exciting new reverb from Wampler. It's got a lot on tap. First, it's 2 pedals in one, so it saves you some pedal board real estate, so to speak, as it is truly a delay and a reverb, both in one. It's a great, easy to use casing. It's reliable and it's got an excellent warm sound. So let's dive right in. Okay, looking at the top end, you can see we have a couple of knobs: feedback, tone, delay mix, delay, reverb mix, and as well as a delay mode switch. And at the very bottom here in the corner, we have what's called a trails switch. And I'll explain what all those are. So feedback, just like any other delay pedal, it determines the feedback of the delay in the actual pedal. Tone, self-explanatory. Delay mix is just the level in the mix of the delay. Reverb mix is just the level of the reverb in the mix. So something interesting, first off, about this pedal is if I want, it can just be a reverb pedal. So I have the delay mix the complete way down, and I can go take the reverb. It's not a spring reverb. It's kind of like the lightest setting is still sort of that hall kind of sound. I'll show you what that is. So this is with the reverb at a really light setting with no delay mixed in at all. And it would help if I turn the pedal on, Chris. Would it help if I turn the pedal on?
I would say turn the pedal on before you try it.
So the pedal's on now. Actually, the tone is better with the pedal on than off, surprisingly. So just a nice touch of reverb now that the pedal's turned on. If I start to crank the reverb, it gets definitely more, not really swirly, but surrounding sort of character to it. Yeah, it's a great reverb sound by itself. And I can mix in as much delay as I want. Maybe I want just a touch of delay in with some reverb. So I'll have a whole wash of reverb. And if I mix a little bit of delay in, you'll hear what that sounds like, keeping the feedback at noon, keeping the tone at noon. That's a really awesome sound. Something I would definitely use, just a slight sort of mix for the two, would be if I were using Overdrive. So I'm not going to have a whole wash of reverb, just a touch and just a touch of delay, and that'd be great for a sort of like lead overdrive kind of sound. I'm using a Soul driven by Exotic Effects for overdrive. That to me is like the ultimate lead sound with a great sort of warm overdrive and just a touch of delay and reverb. It's an awesome sound. So that's sort of the setting I would use if I'm using lead sounding overdrive. And of course, if I want, I can dial out the reverb completely and just have delay. Show you what that sounds like. So as you can hear, it gets a little messy if you play too many notes with the reverb cranked, but it's still a great sound. An interesting thing about this pedal does not tap tempo, but the way it works is this delay knob here will determine the length, as you can see by the blinking yellow LED, the beat at which the delay is to. So for example, closer to the left, is a faster tempo, as you can see, sort of a slapback kind of thing if you want to go for that country or sort of thing. I'm sure you can. Would help if I turned the delay up just a little. Kind of gets you just that slight, real subtle slapback thing. And not sort of like a medium kind of delay tempo. Then the further you go up, slower the delay gets. Right there, that's kind of where I found I liked it, just a little bit past halfway. Nice, super slow. I'm gonna mix in some reverb as well. Sounds great for chords. If you're chording, it sounds terrific. That's kind of the setting I used for the intro. And you can also go totally haywire too if you want. And I'll boost the feedback a little as well. So yeah, I mean, this pedal can go all the way up to, if you want the crazy Radiohead kind of stuff, just boost the feedback pretty insane and it'll totally do it. I'm gonna take that down before it goes too crazy, but you get the idea. Oh, the delay mode. So this is an interesting feature about this. Basically, you can select through what rhythm you want the delay to beat at. So right now, again, judging by the rhythm blinking in the yellow LED that you have the tempo set to. So on the quarter note setting, it's just gonna blink at the quarter note, obviously. It's just gonna repeat at the quarter. Eighth note, it'll blink at, the delay will beat at eighth notes. And then you can also do quarter and dot at eighth. So again, that's a really interesting feature that you can further sort of dial in whatever delay sound you want. And finally, a cool feature about this is this trails knob. So when you have the trails button engaged, when you turn the pedal off, the delay, the trail of the delay will still go on. When the trails knob is disengaged, it'll be eliminated the moment you turn the pedal off. So for example, if I just sort of like strike a chord with the trails button on, I can kind of I can like lay a chord, and then if I turn the delay off itself, I can kind of solo over the chord for a second. It's actually a really cool feature. And you want some of the feedback boosted so it'll hang in there a little longer. It's good to keep the reverb and the delay up a little bit. So I'll show you how that works. You can do it even louder if you want, so I'll just boost all this a little bit. As you can hear, it's still kind of there. When the trail knob's off again, then remember, it completely cuts it. So I'll show you what if like I'm playing. And I have the trail knob disengaged. Cuts it right off, completely, true bypass, sort of. But it's a cool feature again. See, if I turn the trails knob back on, it's still going. I can play another chord. So yeah, this is an awesome pedal. There's so much you can do. I love having a reverb and delay both in one pedal. That's something that has never really been done right until now. And again, it saves you having to spend money on two separate pedals and having to take up, I personally prefer a small pedal board. I don't like a big pedal board. This would be ideal because it's two pedals in one. They both sound terrific. They both sound authentic. And it's definitely something to check out. You can check one out at End Stuff Music today. You can chat with us online, come to the store and demo one. And we're happy to talk with you and see if it's the right pedal for you. So thanks again.